So if you think I've been coming after you, if you think that I'm trying to get clicks by attacking you so the Democrats that don't buy anything from me and don't like me want to put me in jail, if you think I've been on your ass, say one more thing. One more thing out of your mouth. And Laura Loomer, send him this, okay? One more thing. When I've gone through hell back in your ass because you were the lesser of two evils, then I'm going to show you how to cow eat the cabbage. Do one more thing.
Hey, Trump, he said he bet you won't. He said he bet you won't. One more time. He said one more time. Yes, he did. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm troubled. They done came for Megyn Kelly. And I thought we was doing good.
I just mentioned a name, but a woman who I saw the other night on television just ripped some poor idiot apart. Megyn Kelly is here, and she's doing... Come up. Come up here, Megyn. By the way, I'm having a great time up here. Are you having a good time? This guy... Is he the greatest interviewer? Candace Owens, I watched her and I saw her coming. I said, you know, I'm pretty good at star power. I say, that's a star. I just want to finish by saying your reputation's amazing. I will not let you down. You will be very, very impressed.
Donald Trump, let me say this. My audience, I'd say 90% supports you. Okay. Right. And you definitely have shown your knowledge of geopolitical systems.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now look at you. From Donald Trump, I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have all been fighting me for years, especially by the fact that they think it is wonderful for Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, to have the nuclear weapon, because they have one thing in common: low IQs. They're stupid people. They know it, their families know it, and everyone else knows it too. Hey, Trump, their families know it. Hey, oh, don't complain, Megyn Kelly. Don Lemon told us about you.
She's so dumb. I mean, it's not even that. She's just she is the definition of grifter. If you look up the definition, if there was a picture there, it would be Megyn Kelly. Or, I mean, maybe a weather vane with the money. Wherever which way the money is pointed and the clicks, that's where Megyn Kelly is. Because it takes one to know one. She is just like Trump. So Megyn Kelly said, when we told you so, all the shit that she's saying now, and we're like, she's all of a sudden sick of it 11 years later. And we told you that, you know, for the last 11 years, you didn't get it. Are you that dumb? Are you just, Megyn, your seams are showing. Your slip is showing. Like, we're seeing the mechanics of all of the bullshit that you and Candace Owens and all of the people who are like you, the grifters who are like you.
And if we're honest, I think Don Lemon is about the best reference on you that we have. Because remember, he called that family situation.
And by the way, Megyn, let me just say something. Deal with your own house and tell your husband to stop looking at my husband across the room. It's weird.
And then what? A couple of months later, what did we hear from Mark Levin? You had micropene on your brain and from your mouth for weeks. You're shaming yourself, except you have no shame. I hate reaching into the gutter to deal with your foul crap, and I've tried to avoid it, but that's where you live and that's how you conduct yourself. Now you play victim. You're a vile, mentally unhinged creep. But if we're honest, y'all not the only ones. Y'all definitely not the only ones. In fact, I think we could probably convert some of those MAGA hats just to say low IQ. That would be... Somebody beat me to it? Tucker Carlson is now selling low IQ hats in response to Trump's attack on his MAGA critics. That's smart. That's smart. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. They could do numbers with those down in MAGA country. Wait till the South and the Midwest find out about those. they gonna cook. Matter of fact, I might try and bootleg them. Hit up my man down by the wharf. They don't have what it takes, and they never did. They've all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. They're nut jobs, troublemakers, and will say anything necessary for some free and cheap publicity. I'm gonna be honest. Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Alex Jones, he kind of cooking on that one. He kind of cooking on that one. I call balls and strikes. I call ball. He kind of cooking on that one, though. Is he wrong? Now they think they get some clicks because they have third-rate podcasts, but nobody's talking about them, and their views are the opposite of Maga, or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. Maga agrees with me and just gave CNN a 100% approval rating of Trump, not hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson, who couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist. Trump, I can't let you get away with it. You couldn't even finish college. I can't. We've heard you for a decade.
Anonymous. Anonymous, really anonymous.
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Significantly.
It come down significantly.
Statistics.
Statistics.
The United States.
United States.
I can't let you get away with that one. I can't. How broke was he when he left Fox News, though? You should expound on that. Forget the college. Expound on that part right there. Or Megyn Kelly, who nastily asked me the now famous only Rosie O'Donnell question, or crazy Candace Owens, who accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not, and will hopefully win lots of money in the ongoing lawsuit. Actually, to me, the First Lady of France is a far more beautiful woman than Candace Owens. In fact, it's not even close. Why is that, Trump? Huh? Why is that? We know why. We know why. But perhaps you should tell Candace why. That might help her out. Huh? Oh, Laura Loomer already told her why with the Erica Kirk situation. That's true. That's a good point. That is a good point. Although Erica Kirk, this not going to land well with Erica Kirk because Candace been on her helmet for weeks. But the First Lady of France is what made the tweet. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, who says some of the dumbest things and lost his entire fortune, as he should have, for the horrendous attack on the families of the Sandy Hook shooting victims, ridiculously claiming it was a hoax. Nah. We're not talking about attacking victims now. Are we, Trump? Huh? We can't. No, I can't accept attacking victims from you, which isn't even the worst part of that one. Bankrupt? You talking about somebody bankruptcies? Next, you're going to accuse somebody of being in them files? Like, what are we doing? These so-called pundits are losers, and they always will be. Ooh. They always will be. How about always have been? Huh? How about we would go with always have been, and that is really the problem with your entire argument.
He's right, you know.
Because you was more than happy to take all these endorsements and use these platforms and elevate all of these people when they supported you. In fact, didn't you just give us a whole quote about this where you said literally the only thing somebody has to do for you to support them is to say nice things about you, regardless of the quality and character of who that person is?
I love this guy. He's so nice to me. Every time I watch And I appreciate. We're not supposed to be seduced that way, right? But I am. When somebody's nice to me, I love that person. Even if they're bad people, I couldn't care less. I'll fight to the end for them.
You literally already. Did you mean to post this first? Now, fake news CNN, the failing New York Times, and all the other radical left news organizations are hailing them and giving them positive press for the first time in their lives. Nah. No. It's going to take a while to wash your stench off. It's going to take a minute. Imagine how long it will take you. You don't have that kind of time. I'm just be honest. You don't have that kind of time. They're not MAGA. They're losers just trying to latch on to MAGA. As president, I could get them on my side anytime I want to, but when they call, I don't return their calls because I'm too busy on world and country affairs. And after a few times, they go nasty, just like Marjorie Trader Brown. But I no longer care about that stuff. I only care about doing right for our country. So you're telling us that you're too busy on world and country affairs in the midst of this tweet storm about podcasters and so-called losers? Honestly, what you should have spent some more time on is workshopping that Marjorie Trader Brown. Because that was buns when we first heard it months ago. You ain't improved on that yet. That's worse than when your sycophant went up there talking about Nacho on Fox News.
According to Chairman Kaine, but you mentioned the 8 previous conflicts that Trump tackled. So Democrats are already saying that this is taco. Trump always chickens out. Let me give you another acronym. Nacho. Never avoids confronting hard obstacles.
Oh, man. Hey. I only care about doing right for our country. MAGA is not winning, and strength is not allowing Iran to have nuclear weapons. MAGA is about making America great again, but these people have no idea how to do that. But I do, because the United States is now the hottest country anywhere in the world. You thinking what I'm thinking? An Ivy League education and not a paragraph in sight. Why he talking about somebody can't finish college? You know what I mean? That was perfectly Trumpian. That was perfectly Trumpian. The other thing that occurred to me about all of this, what does Nick Fuentes have to do to get into the slander? You know what I mean? Are you ducking the smoke? Are you ducking the smoke, Trump? Because we all heard it.
What kind of leader are you? Better yet, what kind of man are you? And so I've been saying this for a long time. I'm over it. And I'm not just over the policies. I'm not just over the administrative aspect of it is not what we were promised or it's not optimal. I mean, I'm over all of it. I'm actually sick to my stomach of all of it. I really don't like this person anymore. I don't want to look at him. I don't want to hear him. I just feel sick to my stomach every time I see this human being on the TV. And it never used to be this way.
Hey, send that to Laura Loomer. Send that to Laura Loomer. She the one out here snitching and whatnot. Send that to her, huh? Oh, she off her shift? Ask Roger Stone when she's starting. Oh, Roger said she started at midnight down by the wharf. I know somebody down there. No, so we gonna be good. Yeah, we gonna be good.
Brother,
But the president has had enough of Tucker shit. And yeah, I'm just going to admit it. I sent the president Tucker Carlson's clip so he can see the shit that he says about him. I do. And I want that Tucker Carlson to know that I'm the one who knifed him from the front.
Now, I definitely know what she sent from Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Here's what we have to do. We have to be realistic about the Republican Party. The Republican Party needs burned to the ground. It's completely controlled. As a matter of fact, much of Congress is controlled by AIPAC and by Zionists, and that is a serious problem. That means that you, the American people, don't control your own government and those you elect. They're controlled by donors that have one specific interest, and that is Israel. Now, we're talking about the secular government of Israel. We're not talking about Jewish people, so I don't want to hear any of the anti-Semitism stuff. We're over that. Here's what we have to do, Alex. We have to support candidates, and we have to fight hard for candidates that will not take money from AIPAC or AIPAC adjacent donors. That is a very serious issue.
But I wonder which of the Tucker videos she happened to send his way.
I voted for Trump.
Yeah, I campaigned for Trump.
It was
a lot.
When I look back on it, I was sold a straight lie.
You think?
Yeah. And I want no wars. I believe in Christ teaching peace and love and loving your neighbor. And in one breath, on Easter Sunday, we have pastors claiming similarity from Trump to Christ in regards to the beatings and the lies. And then the next day, he's threatening to blow up power plants and bridges, hurting civilians. Like literally the most disgusting evil in a tweet I've ever read. I totally agree. From a president. And I'm like, wait, but our Christian leaders are still going to try to protect that and justify that.
That wasn't him. That wasn't him. That was his guest. You know, that's how wildly unpopular he is right now.
Who do you think you are? You're tweeting out the F word on Easter morning? You'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. So obviously you're mocking the religion of Iran. Okay. If you seek a religious war, that's a good idea. But by the way, no decent person mocks other people's religions. You may have a problem with the theology. Presumably you do if it's not your religion, and you can explain what that is. But to mock other people's faith is to mock the idea of faith itself. And we should never mock that, because at its core is the acknowledgement that we are not in charge of the universe. We did not build it. We won't be here at the end of it. We can destroy life. We cannot create it because we are not God. The message of all faith at the biggest picture level is the message in our Bible, which is you are not God. And only if you think you are do you talk this way. But it's not just mockery of Islam. And no president should mock Islam. That's not your job. This is not a theocracy. We don't go to war with other theocracies to find out which theocracy is more effective. We are not a theocracy. And God willing, we never will be, because theocracies corrupt the religion.
Okay, that's Tucker. That's Tucker right there. Yeah, there we go. That was him. You said Megyn Kelly too?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I am sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. Can't he just behave like a normal human? I mean, honestly, like the president, 3-8, yes, shut up.
Hey, Laura Loomer, CC Fox News. Yeah, CC Fox News, because I got another one for you too.
Fox News is insufferable right now. Insufferable. I was there for 14 years. I've already told my audience, if I were a Fox News anchor right now, I'd know exactly what to do. Cheerlead. That's it. It's all about rah, 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 go military. That's what's patriotic. Praise the president, support the troops, support the war, day in, day out. This morning, who do they put on? Mike Pompeo to kick off the day's coverage. Lindsey Graham all over Fox News over the weekend. That it's utterly unhelpful to go. Like today, obviously, I've come out and said how I honestly feel because I owe that to my audience. But today, we're going to have both sides on to help people actually make up their own minds. You will not find that over on Fox News. They've got one mission, and that's to support these military groups, the military itself, and President Trump. It's just folly. It's folly, Sarab, and it's a fool's errand.
They belong together, don't they? They belong together. If Trump's tweet was a video clip, it would have been that one. When did they start that, Megyn Kelly? When did that happen?
Meanwhile,
honestly, this is wild. Now I see why. Now I see why it's the let them fight, because y'all belong together. Y'all belong together. I mean, you got Megyn Kelly calling out Fox News for something that goes back to predating her time, and Donald Trump, magically, the people that call him out are low IQ. But this is what I want y'all to reflect upon, right? Just critical thinking skills, because if people suddenly become low IQ the second they're critical of Trump, what does that mean for the legitimacy of that claim. What does that mean for the Kamala Harrises or the Jasmine Crockett's or the AOCs or the Hakeem Jeffries or the litany of other people that have been slandered by Trump and MAGA? This is why you trying to re-engage with society is so problematic, because he's been this transparent and juvenile in his machinations this entire time. That's right. And that goes for you too, Candace. This is a satanic administration. We all realize the satanic Zionists occupy the White House, and Congress needs to move to have the Mad King Trump removed. All of our lives may depend upon other countries realizing that Trump is deeply unwell and surrounded by religious fanatics who convinced him that he is a messiah. We're in uncharted territory. Leaders worldwide need to act accordingly. Huh, that's interesting. I thought this was the strong man. I thought this was the strong man that we needed. So he was just a model of consistency and integrity prior to this, though, right? Prior to this, the most pressing thing going into the election was whether or not Kamala Harris was black. Isn't that right, Candace Owens? Isn't that right? And now your strong man out here getting ate up by Alex Jones. Matter of fact, send this to Laura Loomer.
I'm just going to scorch earth Trump to get him back on track. Only way to do it is to go after him viciously. You've already shed all over me. And if you try to rub it in, I just, at that point, I don't care anymore. So if you think I've been coming after you, if you think that I'm trying to get clicks by attacking you so the Democrats that don't buy anything from me and don't like me want to put me in jail, if you think I've been on your ass, say one more thing out of your mouth. And Laura Loomer, send him this, okay? One more thing. When I've gone through hell back in your ass because you were the lesser of two evils, then I'm going to show you how the cow ate the cabbage. Do one more thing.
Hey, Trump, he said he bet you won't. He said he bet you won't. One more time. He said one more time. Yes, he did.
You should be kissing my ass. But instead, you shit all over me and rub it in. I'm not looking for a fight, but if you want one, you came to the right place. So I'm like a rattlesnake. they're not really aggressive snakes. Water moccasins come after you and bite you. Cobras come after you. I'm like rattlesnakes trying to get away. I'm like, hey, leave me alone. Hey, please don't step on me. God, that really hurts. Please stop. Oh, your daddy's over here. Let me step on your mommy. Let me step on your kids. And I'm just like, all right. I'm like Darth Vader looking at Emperor Palpatine, looking like Skywalker. I'm like, all right. I'm going to politically throw you down the reactor shaft in 2 seconds.
We got to put that with the Mark Robinson. Oh God! Oh my God! Those gonna be my two drops now. I like both of those. Hey, don't let me pull a combo move. Don't let me pull a combo move. That would be like Alex Jones and Candace Owens getting together and calling out the dementia, which they did.
And that's why you'll have 5-6 times a day. And, we won. It's over. No, it's going to go on forever. Total destruction. I'll never let them have the Strait. Yes, we're giving up the Strait. I'm getting out of NATO. We're staying in NATO. And when you know people in early dementia, that is exactly what they do. And so I think we're dealing with the madness of King George III here.
It seems like you can't put together a coherent thought. Let me tell you something, and this is just reality, okay? Going back to just the rules of the jungle. Okay, let all the politicians and advisors around you evaporate for just a moment. Just you and me, ready? People will not fight beside, behind, or for someone who is fundamentally disloyal, okay? If disloyalty and deceit is in your nature, then I highly suggest that you combine it with silence. You can be what you are But I would advise you do it quietly, Trump, because MAGA is no longer commanded by you, and you know it. You know it. You belong to the Epstein class. That is your legacy now. People will see your name on buildings, whatever was agreed upon in those boardrooms with Jared Kushner, Trump, Gaza, hotel, whatever you tweeted, so crass. They will see that. You will earn that. And then when they see it, they will think about how many children had to die or be raped by men on islands so that you could stick the Trump name upon a building. And for clarity, Mr. President, that's not my fault. That's not Megyn Kelly's fault. That's not Tucker Carlson's fault. You made that trade. You chose money above respect. And what an absolute shame that you chose to do that toward the end of your life, okay? Because you can't take money and things and stuff with you when you go, just your soul. And you sold yours for what? Another gilded ballroom?
Hey, Candace, that was solid. That was solid. But you know, he gonna get confused with all them subtitles. He don't even read his reports. So we need something real tight and succinct. It may be time to put grandpa in a home. That's it. Well done. That was well done. Trump, honestly, they did you a solid. They did you a solid with the dementia stuff, really, because that's one of the better explanations for your behavior. If we're being honest, everybody else doesn't have that as a possible option for how they've been moving. You know what I mean? Like, if the people that go to J.D. Vance's church release a statement where the worshipers at Mount Zion United Methodist in rural southwestern Virginia, the church on the cover of Vance's book, say they don't know him, what a total fraud.
Take a look here. Look at this. Trump admin is focusing too much on foreign matters. 58% of Americans believe that the Trump administration is too focused on things abroad. What they believe also is there's been too little focus on domestic matters. Look at this. 60% of Americans believe there's been too little focus on domestic matters. Now, of course, the Iran war is part of this, right? But this is just part of a larger picture, the belief that the presidency and the administration of Donald Trump in his second term, they have taken their eye off the ball. They are looking abroad when Americans want them looking at home. And of course, J.D. Vance going and campaigning for the prime minister of another country that is pretty far away from here is just part of a larger picture that the American people dislike.
So Vice President Vance, how's he doing? How popular?
Yeah, J.D. Vance is not doing too hot to trot at this point. Look at this. Okay, J.D. Vance's net popularity, this should actually be a plus. There we go. Plus 3 points. Then we go to minus 18 points at this point. That is a 21-point swing in the wrong direction. J.D. Vance started off his vice presidency in plus territory, and now he is in negative territory. Down he goes, J.D. Vance getting dragged down along with the President of the United States.
Where does he run? Maybe along with, maybe because of that we don't know that. But where does he rank among other vice presidents?
Yeah, you look at other vice presidents. Look at this. At this point in their vice presidency, historically the worst at this point in a vice presidency. Kamala Harris was at minus 13. Mike Pence was at minus 7. Joe Biden was at plus 4. Dick Cheney was at plus 37. This might be part of a longer trend of vice presidents becoming unpopular, but we can say J.D. Vance is historically the least popular vice president at this point in their vice presidency.
Yeah. See, J.D. Vance just looked like, well, J.D. Vance, honestly. It looks like J.D. He looks Vancian. He looks Vancian. Whereas if it was you, dementia acting up, I put the wrong church. You know what I mean? I had visited that church. They had revival. I had visited that church. I was in the back. I enjoyed myself, took some photos. That's my bad. Honestly, I would take that. I would take that. The followers on True Social are extremely upset about his attacks on Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, Alex Jones, and Tucker Carlson. Wow, what? You're way out of line. Most of these people, especially Alex Jones, have been your day ones. Trump is going against everyone that fought for him to win. Clearly, you're insane. Time to resign. Hashtag 25th Amendment now. So we can only listen to Mark Levin for news. The pot calling the kettle black. Hilarious. Sounds like a fifth grader. Donald Trump is a loser. They all supported you until you rug pulled the American people. What is this rambling? Charlie Kirk would be on the list now too. I'm sorry, but all these names have been nothing but fought 100% for you. Crazy, they're fighting you because you sold us out. Lost my support. What in the world is wrong with you? What I'm hearing is your ego is so fragile. OMG, you're so childish. Wait. Did that say the people on Truth Social? This is the reaction of the people on Truth Social? Do you realize how in the bag you have to be to even be on Truth Social? Do you realize how in the bag you have to be to even be? And this is what they saying.
If you really love America, you should not love all your politicians. And actually, you should probably dislike most of them. So for Trump to say that Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones are all just low IQ, and that's the reason that they're having this beef with him right now, when they helped to get him elected and tried to help 3 times to get him elected, is just, in my opinion, this is a low IQ take. This is a stupid take. He even says they had like failed careers and that's the reason that they started their own stuff. Bro, their own stuff is 2 to 3 times bigger, if not more, than anything they did when they worked for the mainstream system. I don't know who's whispering shit into this guy's ear like freaking Grima Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings, but they're telling you wrong stuff, bro. Half of the people that I grew up with in this movement are not on Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin's team. Okay? We aren't neocons. We aren't war hawks. We want America first. And if you make me choose between America first and MAGA, it's America first all day. That's what MAGA was supposed to be. You were just the best vessel for it, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Wow. It be your own people, Trump. It be your own people. You know, speaking of which, as unpopular as you are, you're not as bad as Melania. I'm just playing. You worse than Melania. But on a first lady scale, she just as bad as you. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. And I also want to reiterate just how grateful I am to all of the people who support this channel. From Saskatchewan all the way to South Africa. You face persecution when you move in with him or her against the advice of your friends and family, and you got to move back home. You face persecution. You think you're not going to face persecution when you threw the whole country under the bus? And of course, shout out to all the people who hit me with their comments on my content. From Phil, is that Gucci Mane's jersey for the win? Atlanta, go sit down. Go sit down, Atlanta. We was having a nice moment right here. I'm trying to show some love to African soccer and show my culture with my Mane jersey, and you talking about Gucci Mane. Now, ain't no burr. Ain't no burr. I'm talking about the love that we feel when we connect. Like here, my friend is 57, X generation and Y generation equals togetherness. Note, we love Reese. Keep up the great work. Hashtag togetherness. Hashtag feed the human spirit. Shout out to Chris and Daryl, AKA Big E. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's the love that I'm talking about right there. And I try when it comes to feed the human spirit. And while we speaking of food, what y'all got in that cup? Huh? What y'all got in that cup? Nah, it's strong. It's I can smell it through the internet. I can smell it through the internet. That's all I'm saying. You might want to, throw a topper on there before you have company over. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want family to catch you at a bad moment. You know what I mean? Because you know how family be.
For once I can feel that somebody's heard my plea.
Honey.
And then there's this one, which was one of my absolute favorites that I received, saying, "Thank you for being you, Reese," from the Burford Berries. That is Awesome. And you know what my favorite is they all had a different gear on. They all had a different t-shirt. You know, that's family. You know what I mean? You be diversity even within the family. But I knew grandma had to have her racism shirt on because she's seen some things. You know, she's seen some things, so she definitely earned that one. Now I wonder what the gentleman in the back had. What y'all think? Oh, now we know. I'm troubled. That's probably why he was in the back. That's probably why he was in the back, because you know you got to put everything to the side before you take a photo. But that don't mean you're not troubled. It definitely don't mean you're not troubled. Shout out to each and every one of you. That really moved me to see all of you guys coming together and sending me that photo. And I think about like the trajectory of this channel and all the great times that we have shared. And I decided in that vein to put together a bit of a montage of some of our greatest hits. And it certainly won't be the last.
We're here because you're looking for the best of the best of the best, sir.
In an Instagram post, Shinedown said, Shinedown is everyone's band. We feel that we have been given a platform to bring all people together through the power of music and song. Our band's purpose is to unite. With that in mind, we have made the decision we will not be playing the Rock the Country Festival. Hey, somebody call that influencer, the thirsty one from the Super Bowl. Yeah, tell her she should show up to the Shinedown concert and film herself not watching Shinedown at the Shinedown concert. She can get some more followers. Yeah, they that slow. What'd you say? Oh, they all busy running down to Goodwill to pick up the last Kid Rock's 8 tracks. Well, look on the bright side, Kid Rock. You know, like when Lauren Boebert told you to meet her on the bright side of the theater. At least you have those dates, right? At least that money is spent. The artist subject to change, right? Artist subject to change.
Oh, DD, oh, what it is, oh.
Now, Maga, what did we learn? Learn. It's when you get some information from outside. We'll work on it later. He needs to remember he is black and get that fro together. Come on, bro. That's embarrassing. Hey. No, we can't do that. No, we not till I get to the barbershop. But then we going take that one off. Take that one off. You know, because somebody might jump to the middle of the video and I'm reading that, they think it's talking about me.
Brother, what's that?
This gotta feel like Denzel going into the Oscars with Training Day.
I'm leaving without the Oscar, right? But as I'm leaving, I see the back of where they're doing getting the meal ready, the food ready for the governor's ball. I see a big tray. I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Because they did not want to hear Denzel if he went home empty again.
You think you can do this to me?
I really appreciate all of your support, all of your love, all of your encouragement, keeping this channel going and get us pushing to and past 700K. 700K? What, they think we buying Nicki Minaj bots? That's too high.